Hey guys, it's Tim Chisa here for TechSpot, and another product has just arrived in my test bench today. It is the Samsung Galaxy A5, which is their mid-range device, clad in that same metal body that we saw from the Samsung Galaxy Alpha. Now the Alpha wasn't a too compelling device for a number of reasons, mostly related to hardware and battery life, but this is more of a mid-range product with specs such as the Snapdragon 410 inside, so we'll be taking a look at that very shortly. Big thanks to Expansies who sent over the Samsung Galaxy A5 for me to review today. You can get this on their website right now for around about $400 unlocked and outright. I've been using their service for a number of years now to buy phones and get sent review units and things like that, and they're a fantastic company with great shipping and also some of the best prices on the market today. So definitely check them out at expansies-usa.com if you are in the United States, or expansies.com.au if you're in Australia like me. Anyway, let's get straight on with the unboxing video. So as you saw just a moment ago, this is the Samsung Galaxy A5's box, and we'll just take a look inside here where we can reveal the device itself. On the front, we're looking at a 5-inch 720p Super AMOLED display. Inside is the Snapdragon 410 SoC with a 1.2 GHz quad-core Cortex A53 CPU in there, so that is 64-bit capable. We're also looking at 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of onboard storage, and on the back here, a 13 megapixel camera. Internally, there's also a 2300 mAh battery and a body which is delightfully slim at just 6.7 millimeters thick. We'll take a look at the rest of the device in just a second. Also inside the box, we have some documentation, nothing too out of the ordinary there, as well as a pair of these standard Samsung headphones, which are actually quite good quality and come with earbuds. There's also a selection of other earbuds, just in case the included ones don't fit you properly. We also have a charger here, which is rated at 1.55 amps and 5 volts, so that's a fairly standard charger. And of course the USB cable, micro B, nothing that we haven't seen before. So we'll just put all of this aside and peel off that plastic on the Samsung Galaxy A5. So just peel off the front panel here where you can see that 5-inch display on the front there. And even though I've reviewed quite a lot of smartphones in my time, peeling off the plastic is still one of the most enjoyable things about taking a look at a smartphone. Anyway, we can see here that there is a Duos symbol right here. This refers to the fact that the device is dual SIM, and you can find both the SIM card slots on this side of the device, just below the power button. On the top, there is nothing except a microphone and designation. This is a Qualcomm powered device. And on the left-hand side is the volume rocker. On the bottom, you'll find another microphone, the USB charging port, and of course the 3.5mm audio jack, and a few notches here in the metal body that allow the wireless radios to work perfectly. You also see the standard physical home button like we've seen on many Samsung devices before. At the top, an audio, well, it's a speaker, isn't it? We've also got some sensors and the front-facing camera. On the back, 13 megapixel camera, LED flash and speaker, that aforementioned Duos symbol that I mentioned before. Now I've been holding this device for a few minutes now, and the metal body feels quite nice, but the back panel is a little bit curious. I'm not completely confident that this is plastic. It could be metal, has a little bit of a metallic or pearl shine to it. Feels reasonably nice, a little bit slippery, which might indicate that it's metal, but I'll have to see how it feels and if I can get a response from Samsung about what this device is actually made of, whether it's full metal, whether there's a little bit of plastic. But my initial impression is that this is definitely one of the better Samsung designs that I've seen before. And also another thing you'll notice that this camera module is definitely seated a little bit out of the back panel. That is, of course, because this is just 6.7 millimeters thin, so very thin and also reasonably light with the battery included, because there is no removable back panel. And that could be the first hint that this is in fact made of metal. Anyway, let's get this device powered on and set up to show you a couple of the device's features. So I've powered on the Galaxy A5 and given it a quick whiz through the setup utility. And the first thing to note, of course, is that 720p 5-inch AMOLED display on the front. It looks excellent like most previous AMOLED displays. You can see those fantastic viewing angles and everything like that. Of course, we can see those there, and generally pretty good brightness as well. Of course, these are just my preliminary thoughts, and I'll have to give it a full spin in the full written review. Now, the one thing to notice here, and that is indicated right in this section here, is that this device is just running Android 4.4.4 4. There is no update to Android 5.0 available just yet, indicating that this device was mostly developed before Android 5.0 came out. So it's a little bit disappointing that we don't get some of those Android 5.0 features. But we do get a lot of the standard stuff like TouchWiz. This is pretty much identical to the version that I saw on the Galaxy Note 4. We can see some multi-window features here. This is all the standard stuff. We have got the notification pane with some of the quick settings like we have seen before, and of course quite a lot of settings here which will allow you to do a whole bunch of stuff. We'll just show you some of those. In the display section we have things like Smart Stay. That's one of the main features that's been in Galaxy devices for quite some time. Sees whether you're looking at the display using the front-facing camera up there. We've got some brightness, some wallpaper things. One-handed operation, although I don't think you'll probably need to use that considering it's just 5 inches in size. We've got the back and app switcher buttons in that particular order on this device, and the 13 megapixel camera, which you can see seems alright. It's probably one of the exmor RO sensors, although I'll have to take a look at that a little bit later. One thing to note is that the Snapdragon 410 SoC inside here doesn't support 4K video recording, so despite the fact that it's a 13 megapixel sensor, we're not getting 4K video recording in this device. Anyway, it seems quite nice generally speaking. Got out of the box with about 60% battery, so we'll have to see how that lasts considering it's just 2300 mAh inside. But I expect, thanks to that Snapdragon 410 being a newer piece of silicon, 64-bit capable, hopefully that will support for that will come in an update to Android 5.0, but hopefully this chipset will be a little bit more power efficient than the Snapdragon 400, getting a little bit more performance out of that device as well. So I hope you enjoyed this short hands-on look at the Samsung Galaxy A5. We'll have a full review up on TechSpot.com in the coming weeks, so don't forget to check back there. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel because you can expect a video review of this product coming in your inboxes very shortly. Thanks guys, and I'll catch you later.